Today we are looking at Merwan's Aster of Pan, volumes 1 and 2, and published by Magnetic Press. What's going on, Omnibuddies? Mitch here, and today we are back with another overview. What are we looking at? Well, we are looking at one of Merwan's latest. We're looking at Aster of Pan. This is actually, we're going to look at volumes 1 and 2. Probably about 4-ish years ago, I actually did an overview of Aster of Pan volume 1. So we're going to kind of revisit volume 1 and then go into volume 2. Super exciting as of the making of this video. The Eisner Awards just announced that Merwan is up for an Eisner for Aster of Pan, volume 2 specifically, but dang, I am really excited about this series. This is actually, I believe it was volume 1 was my first introduction to Magnetic Press. And if you've watched my channel for any amount of time, you know that I love Magnetic Press to the point where, full disclosure, I actually do some side work with Magnetic, doing some of their comms, marketing, community management, and all that. But I would not be doing it and talking about these books on my personal channel if I did not actually love them and believe in them. And like I said, this was the first, Aster of Pan Volume 1 was the first one Magnetic book I ever backed on Kickstarter, and it definitely kickstarted my love of Magnetic. And I am so excited to have Volume 2 now. And yeah, so let's stop talking about it right here. Let's take a look at this gorgeous art and this super fun story. All right, so here is Aster of Pan. This is the 2-volume slipcase edition here by Magnetic Press and published by Magnetic Press. And this is by Merwan. So this is volume 1 and volume 2. I will say, let's get these open here. Also really cool peach momoko cover art on here. Gorgeous linen texture, little spot UV treatment, super nice. Magnetic does amazing work on production value, that is for sure. So what I will say is this is volume 1, this is volume 2. I actually have the limited edition exclusive volume 2 here with a peach momoko cover. Kind of goes, I don't know. Yeah, so there's kind of what volume 1, sorry, that's volume 1 and volume 2. So here's the 2 volume 2s here. I have the other volume 1 upstairs somewhere. I did not have the wherewithal to dig that out of my closet, but there is, I believe it's also white, so you know, if you want to get the 2 matching white covers, I dig this kind of minty color with the purple, so that's what I've been rolling with. But I did have this with my box set, so wanted to show that off. Anyways, let's put that off to the side. Let's kind of put volume 2 over there. Get rid of all these shadows going on here. There we go. Okay, so we'll put volume 2 off to the side. So here is volume 1. This is, yeah, so this is basically the whole first arc of the story where this is kind of the Hunger Games-esqueness in that post-apocalyptic place, and this is also from the second limited edition Kickstarter, so this is $392 of 500, so I'll put that off to the side. But yeah, let's get right into it with production value. Really great, written and illustrated by Merwan, and all of that goodness in here. So yeah, basically this is all about, they call it celestial mechanics, and that's basically excessive, deadly, crazy dodgeball where, you know, people are trying to use it to survive, and, you know, for the entertainment of the rich people, the haves and the have-nots. So we've seen this story played out lots of times in, you know, those post-apocalyptic movies and books and all that. And you're very much introduced to Aster, who is of one of the lower ranking, if not the lowest ranked, like city, people, continent, whatever you want to call it, which is Pan. So she is Aster of Pan. So, but yeah, you meet all these, you meet the characters. They are trying to survive in their world, obviously. And man, I mean, look at this. Look at this art. Look at this beautiful, beautiful art. No wonder he was nominated for an Eisner. I mean, come on, Merwan. Just killing it with that art. But yeah, you meet her friends and her hometown, and she's always getting into trouble with stuff. She's the one that, you know, puts up fights and doesn't give in just because, you know, that's what you're supposed to do. But yeah, so they are basically called in to participate in celestial mechanics, and that is where Aster is brought into the fray, and she is talented with it, and she, you know, she gets herself into trouble. She doesn't play necessarily the way that they all want, but you know what, here she is. And yeah, I won't say too much about it, but definitely craziness happens, craziness ensues, and fun is had. Fun is had by the reader. Probably not necessarily them, but yeah, it's super fun. Really great story, really fun, and yeah, another big spread. Oh, look at that full page art. Look how detailed that is. How do you do that with watercolor? Have that much detail? These guys that can do this, it's just insane to me. Granted, I could not draw my way out of a paper bag, but here we are. Really great stuff. But I'm not going to say exactly what happens, how it happens, or anything like that, because I am definitely not into spoiling things and spoiling stories. So I'm going to leave it just kind of very high level. Like you saw, there's not many, there's no extras in this book, just about the author, Merwan Chabane. And yeah, so let's jump. That is volume 1. And now let's get into, I'll put that off to the side here. Now let's get into volume 2, The Source, which is what has just come out and what has gotten Merwan nominated for an Eisner, and hopefully wins. So yep, we're getting right back into it. Same great, like, rounded corners magnetic press does. You can't have dinged and bent corners if there are no corners. So, pro tip. Anyways, you get a little bit about the different areas of Pan. Pan, and then you have, you know, the red zone where you should not go, forbidden territories, contaminated after the Great Collapse. You have Fortuna, the technological city created by that created celestial mechanics, the origin of the refoundation project, reunification of autonomous territories. And then you have Ceres, independent province opposed to the refoundation project. So you kind of have all these different places around, a lake, the great waters, and the source. So, the source. Anyways, let's get into this a little bit more. So this picks up literally like right after Aster of Pan Volume 1 finishes, and they are, her and her team are traveling back, and basically get kind of sidetracked and pulled into a bit of an adventure in what is it called? Because I'm blanking out again. The Source, of course. The Source, of course. And they are pulled into it with this small group that is in charge of this weird kind of self-sustaining facility and some pretty protective individuals in there. And so they don't necessarily take kindly. And then you meet some new individuals who are there to not necessarily play by their rules in the Source. And, Pan's there, Aster is there, and she doesn't play by the rules. And they are all about the rules. And where's that panel? It's got to be in here somewhere. I love this panel. I gotta find it. But man, I mean, Merwan's art just takes it up so much more in this one. Man, there's so much detail in this. He just, it's so good. But yeah, so this whole thing, this whole volume 2 takes place in this, basically in this one facility. It's them getting there and then basically them trying to, deal with all the chaos that somebody causes while she's in there, and the other people showing up. And there's that panel. I love this panel right there, this middle panel. It's so gorgeous. The color, the water on it, just the motion and the movement on it, and there's just so much action in it. And I love that panel so much. So if you ever see me sharing it, a lot of times I share that panel. But super cool. I love the kind of mirroredness of this, and like how like the gun comes through the panels and like little overlapping. A lot of illustrators would just have straight panels going on, but Merwan adds these little touches where just the characters are popping out of the panels and overlapping in different places. It is super cool. It just kind of adds this touch of drama and action and adventure. Like, I mean, foot coming out of the panel, elbow, like it helps you trace through the panels too as you're reading, and it kind of adds this natural progression, because this whole book is kind of this big setup to this big kind of chase and showdown, and dang, it is just super cool. And there's super cool weapons and technology introduced in this book, which is funny. I say that, like, new technology introduced, and it's like this old, starts off with this old mouse and floppy disks and all that kind of stuff. Like, come on, that's not new, but new in this series and in this story. So very fun kind of. So like, if volume 1 is this giant dodgeball game, volume 2 is kind of a big chase. That's a little bit about the story, a little bit about the art, and there are really, with this one also, there's a little bit of extras in here, that's right. So we do get some extras in here, which is nice. A little bit of the art progression and design, and just some real, oh man, like, come on, there we go. Some more of that, and then I love, if this doesn't convince you of Merwan's, like, how good of an artist he is, look at this, look at the shadow of this, and just all the, like, the sunlight coming through the leaves, and how dappled all this coloring is with shadows. Just absolutely gorgeous work, beautiful work. I'll be so excited, because I really feel like Merwan should win for his category in the Eisners, just from that one image right here. And the other one I showed you too, I love that one too. So yeah, there are some little bit of extras in here, but not a ton. There's the back. These retail for, I believe they're both $29.99. Yep, $29.99 USD. You can get the box set, which is a little bit more. I think it's $80. Don't quote me on that for the actual box set. So if you want the slipcase box set, there you go. Or you can just do individual books and do that. But if you do the box set, you also get this nice little, look at this linen textured numbered card. Ooh, really good. That you can glue in there too if you would like. I believe that's actually signed with Merwan's signature on the bottom. There's a little emblem. Super cool. I'm going to face that in so it doesn't get worn off. Anyways, yeah, so that is a quick look at Aster of Pan and Aster of Pan 2, The Source by Merwan. All right, so that was a quick look at volumes 1 and 2 of Aster of Pan. Like I said, I thought this series was super fun. I'm excited to have more Aster of Pan coming out and to then collect volumes 3 when it comes out, because I definitely want to see where the story goes. It's a super fun, kind of off the wall, doesn't take itself too seriously type of story where it's like that Hunger Games meets, you know, that post-apocalyptic, but also has like dodgeball and crazy sports, at least in the first volume, and then volume 2 gets a little bit more serious, but definitely super interesting. I kind of got, if you've watched the old Kevin Costner movie, The Postman, that vibe-ish mixed with maybe some, yeah, I don't know, post-apocalyptic, so I'm getting like Waterworld and The Postman and Hunger Games all kind of wrapped up into one super fun story, and really, I mean, what really does it for these books is Merwan's art. That watercolor look, that, oh man, his art is just so good. I mean, you just saw it. It's awesome. I friggin' love it. No wonder he's Eisner nominated, and hopefully in a little while he's going to be an Eisner Award winner. We'll see how that goes. But if you're watching this in a few months, you'll probably know better than me at this point. But here we are. Definitely, if you want to pick up Aster of Pan, you can hit up Magnetic Press, their store. You can use the link in down in the description. And if it's your first time ordering off of the store, you can use that link and get 20% off your order. So save some bucks there. Otherwise, you can go through the backer kits and things like that and order there too if you'd like. But definitely supports my channel and definitely supports Magnetic Press, which is a great small publisher of like one full-time and a bunch of like part-time and contract dudes. So it's a very small, cool publisher if you're wanting to support that. Some really cool books that are coming out from all over the world. I mean, they definitely do like cool stories that are like award-winning, that are then translated into English and published for the first time in English. So if you want to get some really cool, non-typical, atypical stories that you normally wouldn't get in the US, definitely check out Magnetic Press because they have some really cool stuff. All right, I'll stop talking about it here. I'll let you guys go pick up the book, read it, get it, whatever you want to do, but definitely check it out. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications, do all those things. But like I say, in every video, the most important thing to do is comment. Let me know what your favorite either post-apocalyptic story is, your favorite post-apocalyptic graphic novel, or your favorite sports graphic novel is, or if you can combine them like Aster of Pan did, what your favorite one of those is. Let me know in the comments so I can find some really cool, off-the-wall, unknown books out there. All right, take care, stay cool.